Opening your eyes. Bring your hands right at the crease where your legs and your torso meet. Fingers pointing toward each other. And just gently, with your hands open like that, see if you can press down into that thigh bone. Now you have to lean over slightly, right, to do that. But I want you to see if you can lift your chest upward, forward and upward as you press downward. Release your hands, keep that lift, place them on your legs, and then draw the shoulders down away from the ears and lengthen the back of the neck. Draw the shoulder blades together. Take a slow breath in, fill it all the way. Exhale through the nose. Ujjayi breathing, audible sound. Again, let's lengthen a little bit more. And exhale. So you're going to need a strap today. So everyone grab your strap or your towel. We're going to stretch the back of the leg first thing. So with the foot on the floor, start with one side, bringing the strap around the ball of your foot. And then I want you to point flex. What does that mean? It means I want you to press the ball of your foot into the strap and then flex your foot all the way so the toes come towards you. Press into the strap, point flex. Feel that? And then bring the toes towards you. My arms are not doing anything. My leg is doing most of the work. My heel is on the floor. And now I'm going to point flex into the strap. Feel that? And flex your foot all the way. Bring your toes closer to you. Hold here. Yep. Now we're going to draw your heel toward you, bending your knee slightly, so a little micro bend, and then press through the heel. If your foot is turned out, if you're sickling your foot, bringing your toe closer to you, I want you to even out your foot on the strap. Bring the strap to the ball of the foot if it slipped down to the arch, okay? So press away from your body, and your heel is going away, and your toes are coming towards you. It's a good stretch in the back of the leg. Bend the knee again. Let's do that a couple of times. So slide the heel toward you and then extend through the leg. The other leg is working. Press down into the floor. That keeps the hips anchored, evening out the hips. One more time, bend and straighten. Now throughout this practice, I want you to smile once in a while, because this is not a serious thing. What we're doing, it's not serious, okay? So it's supposed to be fun. It's for your bodies, for your health, right? And we're going to work our psoas, like I mentioned. But I want you to smile once in a while. So if you're not able to do something, just be okay with it. Just let it go. Let it go. It's not important. Just do what you can here. All right, extend the leg. Now we're going to sickle the foot, bringing the toe closer to you. And then press the toe away. So the inside of the foot comes toward you. We're flossing our ankle. And away. So moving the leg in this way, moving the ankle and the foot. Should feel pretty good. And bringing that toe closer. Everyone getting this? And away. It's okay if you don't. And now evenly bring the toes towards you. Bring your hands a little closer to your foot and lift the leg off the floor. We can do the same thing with the foot off the ground. Bring the knee towards you and extend through the heel. Bring the knee towards you and extend through the heel. Bring the knee towards you, extend through the heel, hold here, lengthen, sit taller. So you kind of round it in the lower back a little bit to lift the leg, right? So bring your hands closer to your foot so your arms are pretty straight, and now press through the heel. Big stretch in the back of the leg. This is for your Achilles tendon. And then dropping the foot back to the floor, keeping the leg straight. Remove your strap for a moment, keep it nearby. And I want you to point and flex your foot, keeping the leg straight. Point and flex, point and flex. Do a circle, moving the ankle. Reverse your circle, flex your foot, spread your toes, lengthen the leg without the strap, just use your muscles. Place your hand right on top of your leg and activate that quad, nice and strong, and use the other foot to lift up so you can have a nice tall spine rather than slouching in the lower back. And release. Place your foot flat and lift one heel and then the other. So that other side doesn't feel quite as open, right? That ankle. The other side that hasn't been stretched yet. Feel that? Now we're just going to lift alternating heels one at a time. Keep going. And then both heels at the same time, lift. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Keeping the heels off the floor, lean over, stretch the toes, lean. And then release the feet, other side. On the ball of the foot. Straighten the leg all the way, align your foot with your knee with your hip. Press the other foot down firmly so you sit tall. Bring the toes toward you, and then that half point. So it's a point flex, they call it, or a floint. And then flex, and floint, and then flex, and then floint, press into the strap, lengthen the leg, and then bring the toes as close to you as possible with the foot coming toward you, your toes coming toward you, and your heel pressing away. Feel that? One more time, point flex, press into the strap, and bring the toes towards you. I'm going to bring my hand a little closer so I can sit taller. And then flossing the ankle, bringing the big toe toward you, and then away. Back and forth. The heel stays steady where it is. Just the foot is moving side to side. This kind of flossing action of the ankle. The transverse arch. Good. And bringing your hands a little closer, we're going to lift the foot off the floor. Oh, never mind. Bend the knee. Let's bend the knee and extend. Let's do that a few times before we lift. Bend and straighten. Is it hard to straighten the leg? Sometimes it is if you've had injury or surgery. One more time, bend and straighten. Now choke up on your strap and lift your foot. Press through the heel. Bend the knee again and straighten. Bend the knee and straighten. Bend the knee. Press through the heel. Flex that foot strongly. Hold for a moment. Press this other foot into the ground. Get taller, get stronger, lengthen. Full breath in. And release the foot to the floor. Drop your strap. Tapping the big toe and flex. Yep. Tap. tap. And then flex your foot, rotate, reverse. Oh, a lot of noise. And then drop the heel down to the floor. Lengthen the leg all the way. Feel the strength in the quad. Press down. Lift the toes a little higher. See if you can get a little more length. And release. Good. Lift both heels at the same time. Just lifting. So try not to drop the heels to the side. Lift the heels straight up. All 10 toes are pressing firmly. And lift. Keep going. I want you to feel a little activation in the Achilles and in the calf. And relax the heels. Stretch both legs forward. Bring your hands behind you or to the side of your chair. If you can you point your fingers away from your body, placing the palms of your hands on the seat of your chair? How's that feel? All right, now press down into the chair with your hands. If you can, not too much though, not too much pressure on your wrists as you lift up. So you're really flexing your glutes. Flex your feet, lengthen the legs, Dandasana. All right, keep that length, keep that lift. Let go of the chair with your hands. Bring the arms to the side. Inhale the arms overhead. And hold here. Dandasana. Draw the navel in. Lengthen. Keep lengthening. Good. And release the arms to the side. Back to the back of the chair. If you have the flexibility in your wrists, can you point your fingers toward your body? If you can, draw the shoulders back, the elbows together. Maybe lean a little bit onto your hands. My hands are facing my body like that. Yeah, legs are still straight. Sitting tall, draw the navel in again, draw the rib cage in, lengthen the arms. Now release the hands. If you need to shake them, roll the wrists. Inhale the arms, keep the legs where they are, looking up. Looking straight ahead, relax your shoulders. Let's bring our fingers together. Arms are soft, shoulders are down. Draw the navel in, hold here. Really using the glutes. And release the arms to the side. Hold on to the back of the chair. We're going to lean forward. And release. Bring your hands to the side. Bring one leg in, plant it down. Now we're going to, let's see. If you just did your ankle on one side, change sides. So now I'm on my right side. I'm going to slide my heel away from me. This is called the hip shrug. So some of you know this one. We're going to slide the heel away. So if you don't slide very well, see if you can pick it up and draw it away from your body. We're going to do a slight turn to the other side, away from the extended leg. So I've got my right leg forward and I'm turning to the left. And now as I square everything up to the front, I'm going to draw that heel back in. Drawing the hip back in and squaring up the hips. One more time. Sliding the heel away, pressing this foot down firmly. This is to even out that psoas muscle if it's tight on one side. And then draw that heel back in. I'm making some squeaky noise on the floor. One more time. Slide it away. A little bit of a turn. Press down with the other foot. And then slide that heel in. Bring your hand to your hip. Same arm as leg. Right in that crease. Press down. Keep the leg long and strong. Press down into that groin area. And then lift up away from your hand. Yep. All right, keep that leg long. We're going to come into a twist away from that bent knee. So bring your hand over somewhere to this leg. Keep that leg straight. We're going to turn and twist to the right. Inhale, come back to the front. Now you want to bend it, huh? All right, place that foot firmly on the ground and lift both heels. So good for the ankles, strengthens the feet. And then drop both heels, extend the other leg. So doing the hip shrug, alignment, find your alignment. Make sure it's not out here somewhere. Make sure it's right in line with this hip. And then slide it an inch away, turning away from that extended leg to the right. And then come back to the front, slide it back in, plug that hip in. We do this with our shoulders. You recall, extend that leg, slide it away about an inch or two, press down with the other foot, turning. And come back, slide it back, square it up. Last one, slide it away. Finding some movement in that pelvis and that psoas. So try to picture it. It's attached in here into the femur all the way up to the 12th rib, the lower back. And plug it back in. Good, lengthen the leg. Take your hand to your groin. Keep that leg long. Really press through the heel. Remember, we use the strap. Bring those toes toward you. Press down with your hand. Lengthen up, lift up. Keep that lift. Let go of the hand. And release the foot. Let's do alternating this time. Yep. All right, plant both heels down. Look down at your feet. Make sure they're parallel to each other, hip width apart. Take your right hand to the top of your thigh and then hover the foot off the floor. Now you feel immediate action right here into the groin. This is your psoas working. That's what the psoas does. It lifts the leg. And set it back down. Changing sides. Press down firmly with your hand as you lift up into it, hovering the foot off the floor. You feel it? Does one side feel different than the other? Most likely. And release it to the floor. We're going to try to even out your hips, even out that psoas on both sides. By the way, my model had a psoas on one side. That psoas is on both sides. Just FYI. All right, pressing, lifting, and release. Pressing, lifting. I am probably 60% stronger on my right side, I'm noticing. I'm feeling tighter on one side, the right side, even though it's stronger. And down, alternating, pressing, lifting. It's going to get a little easier, hopefully. Notice your lower abs are working too. You might even feel it in the lower back. Hopefully it's a good feeling. And two more. Last one, pressing down, lifting up. Now, this is the last one we're going to do for this series, but I want you to extend this leg, whatever one you have lifted. Extend that leg, keep pressing down. And now we're going to lift the knee up into the hand and then press away. I want you to use that arm as you lift and extend. Big workout here. Inhale, lift and extend and lift and extend. Last one, inhale, lift, extend and hold. 5, keep pressing down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a breath, sit tall. If you're slouching back, lifting up out of the pelvis, draw the navel in. Lifting the other side and extend. So it should feel a little easier on the second side. And extend and lift because your body knows what's happening now. And extend and lift up and extend and lift that knee, press down and extend. One more inhale, lift and extend and hold. Keep pressing down with this hand and release. Well done. Relax. So relax all of this in here. Right along there, just relax this area. We're going to stretch it out, don't worry. Drop your head down toward your chest, hang your head forward, drop your shoulders down. Inhale, lifting your head up, nodding yes. Dropping your head down. Lifting your head up. Bring your head to neutral, turn your head side to side. Soft eyes. Relax your shoulders. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, rotate them back and down. And lift and release. Last one, inhale, lift. Squeeze it up, draw it back. Release it down, drop your head down. Just do one with the head lifting up. Squeeze at the top. Relax at the bottom. Keep the shoulders down, lift the head. Close your eyes, mountain pose. Tune in to where your sit bones are if you're rolling to the back side or to the front side, which I would encourage more of that. And open your eyes. So when we do bicycles on the chair, we usually lean back to the back of the chair and our hands are on the side. We're going to do a little psoas strengthening, more psoas strengthening. See if you can lift the feet off the floor. How's that going? All right, if you can't lift the feet, you're going to hold here and just lean back with a flat back. If you can lift the knees, lift the feet, you're going to go into this bicycle. Very slow, extending the legs. If you want to lean to the back of the chair, that always feels good, but make sure you're drawing the navel in, supporting the lower back, rotating the legs in a circle like you're on a recumbent bike. And we're going to reverse that circle. And lift the knees toward your chest. Drop them back to the floor. Bring your hands to your legs. Lift up into a cow. And then into a cat. We're reversing that. Cat, cow, we're doing cow, cat. And into a cow, lifting. And into a cat, rounding. Draw the navel in, scooping the belly. One more. Into your cat. Drop the hands down toward the side, palms face forward, then turn the palms so they face away from your body. Lift the arms long and straight. Look up at your hands, touch them together, and down to the heart. Moving slowly, timing the breath. Inhale. Top of the breath, arms are overhead. Exhale. Ujjayi breathing. Last one, inhale. Rotating, looking up. Touch the hands, bring the hands down to the heart. Into a prayer twist, let's start to the left. Plant the thumbs right in the center of the chest and turn, spinning the belly. So yes, we're stretching the psoas. So picture the lower back, right up to the 12th rib. Yep, and back to the center, over to the other side. And come back to the front. Drop your right hand to your leg and then lift the left arm. This is a really good psoas stretch. We do this every class. So picture the psoas on the left side that attaches to the vertebrae, right, and goes through the pelvis. Now take your rib cage, we're going to stretch it further. We're going to draw it to the left, turn our head, look down at the floor. Reach that top arm long. Try to breathe. And release. Changing sides. Lifting, inhale. Lift it up. First come into your lean crescent pose. Then draw the rib cage to the right. Pull a big stretch. Then add the head if you want. Look down at the floor. Breathe. And then bring that right arm overhead. Lift this arm, grab a hold of that wrist, and extend that arm long. Change sides. Grab a hold of that wrist. Lengthen that arm. So good for the spine. And then let go. Bring the arms forward, parallel to each other, shoulder width apart as you come into a cat. Rounding the spine, arms are forward. Then arms go upward into your cow. Look up, open your eyes wide, stretch your jaw, open your mouth. Close your mouth. Inhale, exhale, back into your cat. Extend the arms forward. Look down. Look up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, lifting the arms. Look up. Open your eyes really wide, lifting the forehead, wrinkling your forehead. And float the arms to the side. Coming into a twist to the right. The feet are nice and soft, relaxed. Knees are pointing forward, spinning right at the bottom of the spine. Stretching that psoas on the right. Inhale, unwind, go right over to the other side. And come back to the center. I know you don't really like these, but we're going to do it one more time. Leaning back, you can rest your back on the back of the chair so you can fly the feet off the floor. Now we're going to lift the knees a little higher and see if we can join the feet and the knees together, parallel the shins to the ground. Hold here. Psoas strengthener. Press the knees, flex the feet. And if you want to let go, you're balancing on the backside of your sit bones. Draw the navel in if you feel it anywhere other than your belly. Let go of this pose. And see if we can rock forward. And release the feet to the ground. All right, into a cow. Straight into a cow, stretching the throat, and right into a cat. Rounding, stretch it out. And into child's pose, heel toe the feet wider, flat back to the floor. Bring your hands to the ground, to your block. Drop the crown. Let go of your breath. See if you can shake your head, let go of the neck a little bit more. All the while breathing, you have to breathe in this position, head below the heart. This is a stretch in the psoas, strengthening in the area in the groin. Bring your hands to the top of your legs, lift your head, align your spine, and slowly come back up with a flat back. When you reach the top, close your eyes, take a breath. I'm going to bring my feet back together, hip width apart. Tadasana, mountain pose. One more breath. All right, since the psoas muscle has a lot to do with our quads, the strength in our quads are important for balance and staying steady on our feet, being able to walk heel ball toe. So we're going to come into a squat. We're going to lift off our chair, bring our arms forward for balance. Now, if you're not doing this, just bring your hands to the side and see if you can Shift your weight and lift off the chair, shifting the weight into the feet, more toward the toes at first, right? Or if you can bring the arms forward, I'm off my chair already, I'm in a squat, and then we're gonna lift off, lengthen up, come to standing any way you can get there. Draw the hands together at the heart, Anjali Mudra, Samasti Chihi. Standing quietly, evenly in mountain pose. I have not moved my feet. My toes are spread for more surface and balance. Lifting the kneecaps up, drawing the navel in slightly to the back body, and then drawing the shoulders down toward the earth. Oh, I felt that lengthening in my arms when I did that. And now I'm going to take the top of my head and lift it up. Breathe as you go. One more. Release your pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your feet slightly wider. And we're just going to swing back and forth, keeping the legs fairly straight. So it's a little hip. Little swing. Semi-sassy. So just a little bit of lift, side to side, keeping the legs as straight as possible. Now we're going to stir the pot with our hip, making a very small circle, just rounding around, drawing a circle. Don't forget the back part, don't forget the side. Keeping the legs as straight as possible, keeping the kneecaps lifted, supporting the knee joint. One more rotation. Let's go the other way. Oh, lower back's feeling pretty good now. One more rotation. Keeping the legs as straight as possible. All right, find center. Draw the shoulders back. Relax your arms to the side. Just hold here for a moment with the legs like that. Good. And now we're going to take the legs slightly wider. We're going to do this swinging action with the arms so it looks like this. So we're going to swing the arm across the body, bend the knees. And then when you come to center, the legs straighten. And bend, swing, just like that. And swing. I'm going to turn my toes out. It feels a little better. I'm going to turn it out slightly and swing. So the knees are bending as you swing the arms. See how that feels? Nice and easy, not a lot of effort. Bend and straighten. So they're baby pliés. Couple more. All right, swing that arm across. If your feet are turned out, point them back together. We're going to do this action with the arms, just swinging the arms, maybe looking behind you. If you want to tap your lower back with your arm and hand, like that. And then as you go, I want you to bend your knees. Bend your knees as you swing. So if you want to separate the feet for stability, do it a little wider, just a little swing. I want you to feel the action in the ribs into the hip. If you want to give it more of a tap, keep going. Find your breath. Find your breath. Find your breath. All right, we're going to come to a stillness, so slow it down. Lengthen the legs. Bring your feet right underneath your hips, back into mountain pose. Just notice what you're feeling here. Notice any activation, any loosening, any letting go. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. One more breath. And release your pose. Taking your chair, stand behind it. We're going to come into a lunge pose. So step your right foot forward, center of the back of the chair between the legs, and then draw this other leg behind you like that, and bend that front knee, lengthen the back leg. I'm the length of my arms away from the back of my chair. Do you see that? Yeah. So look straight ahead, right over the back of your chair. Bend that front knee. Relax your shoulders. Bend that front knee a little bit more. And now draw the navel in, supporting that back. And now here's where we're going to stretch the psoas. We're going to draw that left hip forward and the right hip back. So the back heel's off the floor. If you want to keep the heel on the floor, please do, if that feels more comfortable. But otherwise, we're in Anjayasana, lunge pose. Yeah. Hold here. Keep drawing the left hip forward and the right hip back. The heel is off the floor, the toes are touched, feeling the stretch in the ball of the foot. Now, if you feel steady enough, we're going to just let go with one arm. Same arm as back leg. Yep. Take a breath in, breath out, and then release that arm. I want to go into a twist here. Drop the back heel, straighten the front leg. Yep. Like that. So both legs are straight. The feet have not really changed. We just dropped the back heel. Bring your right hand to your hip. Right hand to your hip. So I'm going to actually turn away from you. We're going to turn toward the front foot. Hold on to the chair. I just want to go into this twist. And if you would like, let go of your hip and extend the right arm to the back, like that. So you see my back? I'm holding on for support. Both legs are straight. Inhale, bring that back arm overhead and release it to the chair. Step the back foot in. We're going to change sides. I'm just going to turn my chair like that. Move away my props. Step my left foot forward. Right leg back. Changing sides. Front knees bent. Back leg straight. Back toes are tucked. I'm about arm's length away from the back of the chair. And then bend that front knee. Draw the navel in, supporting the spine, and draw the right hip forward and left hip back. Keep pressing the front foot firmly, stamp it into the floor, and then really lift that back heel. Keep drawing the right hip forward, left hip back. Now we're going to add the arm if you want, holding on with the left hand, same arm as back leg. Now, once that arm goes overhead, sometimes the rib cage juts forward. Draw the rib cage in, lengthen, lift, pressing the front foot firmly, lengthen that top arm. And then release that arm to the chair. Drop the back heel, lengthen the front leg. Now remember the action of the hip coming forward. We still want to do that, bringing the right hip forward and the left hip back. Bring the left hand to your hip. I'm going to turn away from you. And I'm going to twist, scissoring the tops of the feet, tops of the legs, not tops of the feet, tops of the legs. And then if you'd like, adding the arm. Inhale, lift that arm overhead, square it up to the back of the chair, look straight ahead, drop the hand, step the back foot in. Give your leg and your feet a little shake out. And then into box pose. Walking away from your chair. Hands are on the back of the chair. And bring your feet right underneath your hips as you descend your torso parallel to the floor. And once you get there, I want you to bend your knees a lot. Draw the navel in. Don't let the belly droop down. Yep, bend your knees. Bend your knees. Now see if you can lengthen the legs a fraction of an inch and then bend the knees a little bit more. And lengthen. And bend. And lengthen the backs of the legs. Lift the center of the spine upward. Draw the navel to meet it. Now we're going to try this. Just let go of the chair with one arm and see if you can do that. And circle the arm. This is for your shoulder. And the other way. If this is not happening, no worries. Keeping the knees bent as you do this. Change sides. And circle the other way. Bring your hand back to the chair. Look up at your chair. Lengthen the spine. And slowly walk back to your chair. And have a seat. So turn to the side of your chair, actually. So go all the way to the other, one side or the other. We're going to come into a twist. So bring both feet flat. Bring one hand to the back of the chair, your left hand, and the other hand to the other side. And I want you to pull and push. So push with your left hand and pull with your right as you come into this, hopefully a balanced hips. So if you're leaning like I was, so try to balance out your hips and then pull and push gently. Come into this very wonderful twisted spine. If you'd like to look over your left shoulder, breathe. Kneecaps are pointing in the same direction, parallel to each other. Pressing down into the floor, feeling the weight of your feet, anchoring your hips. And then unwind your twist. Walk your feet to the front. Bring your feet parallel to each other and just roll back gently into a cat. And forward into a cow. Come to the other side, twisting the opposite way. One hand to either side. Pull with the left hand, push with the right. Even out your hips. Press the feet, they're parallel. Breathe. One more breath. And inhale, unwind that. Bring the feet to goddess pose, nice and wide. Bring your right hand on the inside of your knee and then twist to the left. Hold here, feel the back of the arm working as you press in the inside of the knee. And now press that knee into your hand a little bit and see if you can get a little taller through the torso. Inhale, come back to the center, change sides. Hand on the inside of the knee, give that knee a little press. Hand a little press, turning. All right, we're going to stretch that psoas a little bit more on a side angle. Drop your elbow onto that leg. Your knees, your legs haven't moved a bit. Bring your hand to your hip and draw the hip down. Then we're going to add the arm with the hip on the chair. So we're wading into the elbow, but not as much as we usually do. So we're just doing this. Keep that hip down to the chair and just stretch that arm long. You'd like to turn your head, look under your armpit, up toward the sky. One more breath. So good for the lower back. You can feel it so deep into that hip. And release your top arm. Before we go to the other side, let's stretch it out into a cat. And come to a neutral position. Turning, dropping the elbow, changing sides. Hand to the hip. Draw the hip down. Keep it there. Use your feet. Extend the arm if you'd like, if it goes this way. Yep. Reach that arm long. Add the head if you'd like. Breathe. And release. Oh. All right, down to the floor. Prasarita Padottanasana. So hands come to the floor, the crown of the head points down. Can you reach the head to the floor? Not quite. Few breaths here. And when you're ready, lift your head, align your spine, flat back, draw the navel to upward as you come back to a vertical, tall spine. Heel toe the feet back to parallel. Coming into a twist to the left. And changing sides to the right. And release the hands to your legs. Give your shoulders a nice roll. Shavasana. So we're going to sit for just a moment or two on our chair. If you'd like to get down on the ground, please do. Support your knees, support your head. Whatever feels good. Maybe take your block behind your back. Press your back into the block, elongating the center of the spine. Slowing down your breath. Relax into your pose.